Hmm. 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 I don't know. I don't know. I normally don't do this. I don't really do the Facebook Live piece because I oftentimes don't like to just go off the top of my head where I'm at a given moment. Have sought to try to be a little bit more thoughtful, but I feel like we need to have a conversation. Um, we got to have a conversation as Black people around the state of where we really are in this country of America. And because what I'm really concerned about is I know what the normal uh, things that we're going to do, right? So, with me being somebody from the faith community, what we're going to do on Sunday is we're going to tell everybody that God is in control and that we don't, no weapon formed against us will prosper, and we don't have to be afraid of anything, and we all just need to trust, and we gonna go through all of this other kinds of stuff. Um, um, and I just don't know if that's helping our people. Um, I don't know if we're giving our people what is necessary. And as I'm looking at this whole thing, it's not just the Trump thing to me, because I was not a Clinton supporter either. As far as I was concerned, the Clintons hate black people just as much as some of these other racist white folks that live out there in the suburbs. And when I talk about white folks, I'm not just talking about people of a European descent. I'm talking about white people, right? So there's a difference between white people and people of a European descent, right? White people are the folks that want to hold and cling to white supremacy, that want to cling to white privilege, that want to hold on to power and find ways to destroy other people as long as they can keep their power. So I'm not so much tripping about Trump or the Clinton piece as much as I'm just thinking about like this physical manifestation of what a lot of us already know is there, that this country is racist. It's racist. It's not, you know, coming together. This is a racist country that hates black people, native people, brown people. I mean, you know, I had no hope in Clinton with Clinton's silence while the Native sisters and brothers was up there getting it handed to them and they resisted and fighting back at Standing Rock. What kind of hope was supposed to have in Clinton? But when I'm looking at this Trump dude and I'm looking at what he's done is he's taken what a lot of us have known was always there and he's elevated it and normalized it. And I think we got to really have a real conversation around what is it that we really need to do as people of color and folks of European descent that want to rock with people of color and oppressed people. What are we really going to do about this? Because I know, we've protested, we organize. I'm down with all of it. I'm going to come out, do my best to try to support, lead, be a part, whatever. Dance on the corner if that's what's necessary to try to help get us free. Try to build bridges, stand in the middle, whatever. We all gonna play different roles to try to get the thing done. But I think we got to like really pay attention to this serious analysis, because we always talk about in the community, we ready, we coming. No, they ready and they coming. Matter of fact, they not coming, they already came. And they are showing us and telling us that they will put into the quote unquote highest office in the land someone who is proven to be a liar, someone who in essence offers for criminal justice reform the total opposite view of everything that Michelle Alexander talked about in the new Jim Crow. Stop and frisk, mass incarceration, a police state. He already set himself up. It's not about Trump, it's about what he represents. He has already set up the scenario for police and the military to be the two systems by which he is going to unleash, and a system is going to unleash shock troops on our people. And we're going to tell our people on Sunday to pray. That's not intelligent. It's not intelligent. I don't think it's responsible. Like telling people to pray, because you don't tell people to pray when you talk about ISIS. Nobody tell nobody to pray when they talk about ISIS. Everybody ready to go to a war. When they flew them, when the terrorist attacks happened in 2011, wasn't nobody talking about praying. People talking about, well, what we got to do to defend, my way of living, so on and so forth. And black people, we got to stop telling each other that we need to go pray. We already been praying. That's a part of the game. But we need to figure out, like, we've done all this work. And I just think we really need to get a different analysis. I don't know what the analysis is, but we need to get a different analysis. Because racism in America is about to be on the rise on a whole nother level. They're unleashing shock troops on our people. They've already started killing us consistently on video and putting it out for mass viewing so that everyone is desensitized to it. And we said Trump wouldn't get elected. We said, we look at some of these killings that happen by the police on our people, and we say, well, no, that dude's going to get arrested and go to jail. And he doesn't go to jail. Like, I mean, at what point are we going to open up our eyes? I think Minister Farrakhan's critique on even a year and some change ago, I put it on my Facebook page a little bit earlier this morning, about the Confederate flag versus the American flag. And his point was, why are you pissed off about the Confederate flag? We need to be pissed off about the American flag, because we done caught more hell under the American flag than we ever caught under, or at least in partnership with, the Confederate flag. This country does not love us. Now, I'm not saying that means we got to turn and run away, but I think we need to shift our analysis. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's it going to take? Like, what's going to be the real straw that breaks the camel's back? And the other thing I just want to touch on real quick before I turn this thing off and probably delete it. But the other thing I want to put out there is this, we also need to stop playing games with white conservative evangelicals who hate us and are like the Nazis who would watch the Jewish people being put into the gas chamber. We need to stop preaching at their churches. We need to stop showing up at conferences with them and acting like somehow they don't believe what they believe. When they in their house, they calling us niggers. They looking at the TV. They making fun of us. They vote to support genocide against our people, and then we go stand in a church building with them, lift up our hands, acting like we praying to the same God. We are not praying to the same God. I'm not praying to the God you praying to, because the God that's answering your prayers is leading to my people being in chains. So I don't pray to the God you pray to. I don't know who it is you pray to, but we don't pray to the same God. We don't pray to the same God. And it's about time, particularly for all of us black faith leaders, to stop kowtowing with these white conservative evangelicals who don't have any kind of concern for our well-being or our people. And that means maybe you're going to lose some checks. Who cares what you're going to lose? Do you recognize that these people are against you? They're against your children. They're against your grandchildren to come. And we keep showing up at their conferences, legitimizing them. You can't make peace with someone who's trying to destroy you. So I think we got to get a real analysis. We're going to have to get a real analysis. we're going to have to be willing to entertain some things that we had not thought about before. That's what it means to have to get a real analysis, to stop dumbing ourselves down. And I'm going to say this also to people of faith. You need to reserve the right when you go into a church on Sunday, and if they are talking about some old BS that you know is not real in your heart, get up and walk the hell out. All this, I don't want to upset the pastor. Man, listen. You don't want to upset the pastor. The pastor need to be more concerned about not upsetting you and upsetting the community and upsetting the people that's out here catching the pain. So we need to stop. We need to stop this. I'm so pissed off and frustrated right now. And I knew this dude was going to win. I've been saying it to people for a year. I said, this dude going to win. I said, because I spent time around white conservatives before. And they not tripping off us. They not tripping off us. I talked to a white conservative dude before from Danville that told me, he said, man, Ben, we live in our little bubble. And we're not trying to leave it. So since they going to do what they've done, they organized a Tea Party. I mean, look at all the work we did to organize, to protest, the work led by the young people coming out of Ferguson, led by the sisters with the Movement for Black Lives. All this work we've been doing, and with our analysis, even me, I'll criticize myself. I was excited about the fact that our issues were being discussed in the presidential primary process. Like, that felt like a sense of progress to me. Like, man, they talking about urban violence. They talking about mass incarceration, talking about police reform. We gaining ground. Black Lives Matter. That's what, these white folks look at us like, Black Lives Matter. Y'all think y'all doing something because y'all protesting? Y'all think y'all doing something because you got your issue in the conversation? How about this? We gonna give you Donald. That's what we're gonna give you. We're gonna give you Donald that's gonna weaponize the police, that's gonna weaponize the military. That's what we're gonna give you. And we gonna desensitize everyone to your pain, to your death. We got to get an analysis. And I don't know what the analysis is, but I'm telling you right now, the young people have had it right the whole time. I actually believe that a lot of young people stopping coming to our churches was probably one of the most prophetic statements that needed to happen, because we've been so full of some stuff inside the church that I don't even gonna get on that whole page, because it's starting to become like a non-factor. They've been saying out in the streets that the system is fixed, that America is racist, and we keep trying to tell people to pray, participate, hope for what? Hope for what? And please, don't nobody tell me like that I need to pray and that, listen, I preach, I do the whole thing. So if I need to give my own self a shot of opium, I know how to do that. Thank you very much. I don't need that. Please don't nobody text me after this and talk about, Ben, I'm concerned about you. God is on the throne. I don't want to hear about none of that. I don't want to hear about God is on the throne. I know God is okay. Great. What that got to do with anything I'm talking about? Because how come God is always on the throne when black people are getting I wish I could say what I really want to say, getting it handed to us? Why is God on the throne then? But when these white folks is out here doing all of this kind of damage and violence to our community, then we got to get a different analysis for them. Like, where is our God? This is my question too. Me and my wife talked this morning. I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out, man, when is our God going to go deal with their God? Because they God, man, I tell you, it's a wicked thing. It's a wicked thing. It's a wicked thing. It's a wicked thing, man. Again, not all my sisters and brothers of European descent who have rejected whiteness and aligned themselves with the people who are oppressed. But I'm going to say this. Because I know there's a few folks that I'm probably still connected with on Facebook who, you out of my algorithm, and so I don't see you pop up anymore. But you who cling to your whiteness, you full of the devil. Everywhere your people have gone, you have stolen the land of others, showed up with violence, committing genocide to destroy others. And because other people didn't have that kind of monstrous way of being in their heart, they've been ill-equipped to deal with you. And I tell you, I'm resisting as much as I can today the sense of giving in to becoming a monster. It's so tempting to become the monster because what we dealing with is not playing with us. These white people are not playing with us. These white people out there, when you look at that election map and it shows you all them states with them concentration of red, they not playing with us. And don't let nobody fool you and tell you it's about some abortion stuff. Don't let nobody fool you and tell you it's not about that. It ain't about that. It's about this. And when they saw a lot of us protesting and resisting and turning up in the street, they said, man, give me whoever it is I got to get to go tell them niggers to get back in their place. Tell them women, get back in their place. Tell them Latinos, get back in their place. Tell them Asians, get back in their place. Tell them Native folk, get back in their place, because this is our country. So I'm done. I came over here to try to get some coffee. I can't even get no coffee because I'm in a white neighborhood. And I just was like, I'm over here in Montclair in Oakland. Folks walking around. And I know some of these people might be some of our allies, but I just can't even deal with it. I can't even deal with it today. We need to be angry. We need to be pissed off. But please don't just be pissed off behind no Trump type stuff. Don't be pissed off. But Trump or Clinton, neither one of them had no analysis or deep love for black people or other people of color that are oppressed. They both are aligned with big money, Wall Street, and we need to get a different analysis. So I want to send out love and energy and light and prayers to everyone. But, man, we need to get an analysis. We need to get an analysis, man. What we teaching our kids, man, we need to get an analysis. We need to get an analysis. It's psychological warfare. That's what they're doing to us. Psychological warfare, because it breaks you down. Like those of us that are trying to that are blessed with the opportunity to have doing work in the community as a vocation, it's psychological warfare. It's like breaking you down. Like your brain, like you can't deal with it no more. Like it start like driving you insane. I woke up at 3:00 in the morning, heart beating all fast, sweating, sitting up, went to bed early, even before the final results. I just like, it's psychological warfare. And what it make you try to do is tap out. They doing warfare on your mind, and they trying to make you believe that you are not experiencing the world that your eyes are showing you. This is real. This is real. And we better wake up, y'all. We better wake up, man. We better wake up. We better wake up. Because these folks, this ain't no hyperbole. These folks don't want us here. No more. We built it, and they don't want us here. So we better start organizing a block. We better stop being scared of our loved ones and our cousins, and we better figure out how to come together and stop doing all this oppression Olympics and non-prof bashing and non-prof gang banging and all this other kind of stuff. And we need to stop doing this old milquetoast, soft, vanilla, church BS type stuff that ain't doing nothing but getting our people high. I wish in the majority of churches on Sunday, you wouldn't do your little church them up, shout them up, sing all the songs and try to move people into some type of emotional euphoria. That ain't, come on, man. Why are we playing the violin while the ship is going down? You better get a boat. We need to get a boat. Somebody, man, You get a piece of wood, man. Somebody trying to get a piece of wood, man, please tell me, because I want to get a piece of wood, and we get some nails, and we need to figure out how to try to build some kind of a boat. Because this thing ain't playing with us. This thing not playing with us, man. And I'm trying to tell you, once them white folks recognized last night, because they didn't vote either. They always used to talk about us like we was ignorant, right? Niggas don't vote. You know, they don't go to the whatever. No. Once they realize, oh, like this is how we can control them, by voting. This not going away in 4 years. Some of y'all didn't look at the census. Over 60% of the country, 63, 64%, I believe, from the last census, is white folks. Then you got Negroes who done started eating at the boss's table. So they gonna do whatever they need to do. We don't got no type of liberated theology, those of us that are people of faith. So we practicing some kind of caricature of white supremacy in our faith institutions and selling it to our people like it's good food, when at best it's some old 3-day-old McDonald's food. And that's what we feeding our people on a Sunday morning. Telling them stuff like Jesus died, you know, just because he died. We don't tell them that he got killed by the police. We don't tell them he got killed by the government. We want to frame this story like they framed us, that he was just trying to give up his life. Not that his life was taken. That he was killed by another white government. And Jesus was a brown-skinned dude from the hood. But we ain't going to sell that to our people, because we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that. We don't want to hold that conflict. We don't want to hold that contradiction. We better start holding it. I mean, God is on the throne. I feel like the slave, in the sense that I want to say, I need God to get off the throne. I need God to come help us find a way to get free. And I think that's what God is and what God is all about. And we need to get out of this old little BS that we've been on and figure out what to do with this. So I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there into the little Facebook space, because I just needed somebody to talk to before I go into this next thing. But, or not somebody to talk to, I guess just to talk to myself, say it out loud in the air, put it into the universe. We got to get an analysis, y'all. I got this shirt on the day that says a man was lynched yesterday. For me, that man is progress. I did feel like we were making some progress, but progress was lynched yesterday. Not because Clinton didn't win, because Clinton wasn't about no progress for black folk, but at least to me, Clinton at least, or whoever the Democrats would have put up, at least at minimum, they weren't so bold to normalize the racism. They would do it in their back rooms and, you know, figure it out and, you know, make their little black jokes behind the scenes, you know. But at least they didn't, you know, and they didn't just, you know, come out full with it in your face. So maybe, if anything, we could thank Trump for that, because at least the dude done put it out in our face. Now it's up for us to figure out what we're going to do with it. We need to get an analysis. We got to get an analysis, y'all. So, I'm in this with the words that the young people taught me in Ferguson of Assata Shakur, and it stayed with me for 2 years now, and it feels more like a real prayer than some of the other prayers that I grew up learning. So say it with me if you know it. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We've got nothing to lose but our chains. Fight back, resist. Let's fight back against this white lash. Because the one benefit we do have For 400 years, they tried everything they could to destroy us, and they haven't been able to do it. So let's stick together and stay strong. Don't let the white folks get you today. Let's live to fight another day.